Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Okay, good, good. Sounds good. Let's see. Hello, this is Eddy from Hanguk. Today is June 30th, last day of the June. This is regular live streaming. So if you have any questions about the how to study Korean in Korea, I will happy to answer you guys. And let me turn on the live streaming on the Instagram as well. Let me see. Good, good. Hello. Maybe right. Hello. Good. Can you guys hear me? 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining our live streaming. How are you doing? I'm good, very good. Very busy with the September applications, but I believe that we are very in a good position. Thank you, thank you. 안녕하세요. Thanks for joining. I used to do live streaming in my little office over there, and I moved to my living room so that I can have the AC with me for the summer weather. Yes, it's raining a lot. It's raining a lot in Korea. These days are the raining season. So as you can see over here, there's still raining. It has been raining from the this week, and then stop coming and coming again, back and forth. This is rainy season. In rainy season, we call it 장마 기간, 장마 season. So there are many raining, overall Korea. How hot is in July in Korea? Very hot. It's gonna be very hot. Of course, the hot weather in Korea is more likely the humidity. Of course, there are high temperature, but it is also because of the humidity. The degree itself, it goes to 30, I don't know, sometimes 35 and maximum, but you feel like it's hotter because of the humidity. It's very sticky feeling. Those feelings is in the summer in Korea. Yes. So Korea has like 4 seasons. However, July, August is most like hot season. But still, as I said, like the hot weather is from the humidity, and then after the summertime, is better. Autumn is coming, very cool weather, and then like winter time, very windy, very cold, windy season. I don't want to be sticky. That's right. But in the meantime, you feel very good after you go out having fun and then coming back to your house and then like a shower. After the shower, you feel very good. So that's something that I like about being in Korea during the summertime. But of course, you can choose. If you want to be in the summertime, if you want to be in the like winter or spring or autumn, it's totally up to you. Of course, you can stay like for whole year as well. Yeah, yeah, the seasons are extreme. That's for sure. Winter has a lot more snow, and summer is hot. It is a lot hotter than Europe. Yes. Snow is like every year is different, as same as the rain. Every like year is a little bit different. But I would say summer is hotter than Europe. I've never been in European countries, but it should be, or it could be hotter because of the humidity. And then winter time, I feel like it's more likely the cold in winter in Korea is about the wind. It's very strong, so you feel like, oh, I feel so cold. That's that kind of differences, or the weather kind of like characteristic in Korea. Okay, so I believe I got so wet from the rain. Yes, yes, indeed. These days are like a raining season. So every year is a little bit different, but how long the Changma, the raining season is like long, or how intense is every year is different. But this year is quite raining pretty much every day. I guess it's gonna be ending soon, maybe in a couple of days or in a couple of weeks. Every year is different. Well, anyway, this is Eddy from Google Hanguk. I'm doing live streaming every month on Instagram as well as YouTube here. So if you have any questions about how to study Korean in Korea or anything else about the living in Korea, I will be happy to answer you. So let me go back to the questions from before, not about the weather, but about the studying in Korea. So feel free to leave a comment below. I will happy to answer you right away if I can. Oh, what's going on? Thank you. Thanks for joining. A lot of raining in Korea now. I look forward to coming to Korea for September. Yes. So we are receiving, or we are doing the applications for September. And we do have like a certain like application date, and then each school has different like deadlines. So in that sense, some schools September application is already end, and the others still we are accepting. So based on the school, you need to be hurry for this September. I answered the weather thing in here. Send some rain over the state. It's only rained once here this week. Uh, uh, I don't know, but still like keep raining like every day. It doesn't like feel that good. So I don't know. Is it safe for women study in Korea alone? Uh, I would say so. The beauty or the thing in Korea is very safe, I would say. Uh, there are like the safest list, globally, and Korea, I would say, is like a over the top area. So studying alone in Korea as a woman, I would say is quite safer or safe. So that's what I can tell. Of course, there are some occasions, I don't know, in between the why you are staying in Korea. But I would say in general, it's a safe country to be alone as a woman or as a man as well. Do you know when will the placement test take place for the September semester? Once again, each school is a little bit different. So it's gonna be like normally the September term start early September, so which means you might be able to these days, and most of the schools these days that they do the placement test in Korea. So which means that it's gonna be it's gonna be either early September or in the middle of the September, depending on your school, basically your Korean language school. So for the time being, for the time schedule, it's gonna be early September or in the middle of the September. When is the best time to go to Korea? Totally up to you. As I said, we talk about the weather. So in terms of weather, we do have like 4 seasons. Of course, globally, summer is getting like longer and longer, and winter is very like a strong in a way. So you need to choose which one you prefer, and then based on that, you can stay, 6 months, 1 year, 3 months, totally up to you. Another comment question from the YouTube: is it possible to get a student visa even if we are no longer a student in a foreign university? I would like to apply for 12 or 18 months, but I'm not sure I can. Yes, so in order to, for example, for us, we introduced Korean language program. So in order to study Korean language program in Korea over 6 months, you have to have a student visa. So it doesn't matter you are a student in your country or not. So you just need to apply for the visa, student visa for the Korean language program. So you don't have to be student in your country, but applying for the studying in Korea, so that you should have the student visa. So yes, it's totally possible. Okay, let me see if there is anything missing. What do you do to cool down from the hotness? Many things. Under the AC like this, or you sometimes you go to the the restaurant with like cold food, like such as naengmyeon, cold noodle, or sometimes there are someone says you need to have like hot food so that you can beat the heat. So there are sometimes like we go out to eat like samgyetang, or what else? What else do I do? You go to the like oceans, or you go to the nice building with like a summer nice building with like good air conditioner, such as some like big department stores. So you go to there, cooling down and do the some shopping over there. So that's something I do for the hot weather, or doing nothing under the AC. How can you apply for any upcoming certificate program in South Korea? Uh, as I said, we do help you to study Korean in Korea. So in that sense, you can just ask us, when you want to study, when you want to start, how long you want to study, and which school you want to go. So when the best way to contact us, to use our contact form. So when you see our bio, there is a special link, and when you click there, there are all the like categories. Contact us, online course, and blog articles about the Korea and being in Korea, those things. So you can choose the contact form, which is the first one, and then you can ask us whatever you want. Good. I know that recently the H1 holiday visa just opened up again. Would it be worth applying for it before I leave in August, or is it too late? I mean, that's something that you need to check, because each not each school, each country has like different criteria, and then so you need to check the embassy, the Korean embassy information, the H1 visa information on Korean embassy like website, by calling to them. So you need to know the criteria to apply for the H1 visa. That's the first step. Second thing, normally the H1 visa, the working holiday visa, issued only once in your lifetime. So you need to think about, oh, this is the good time to apply for the working holiday visa or not, because once again, it's going to be normally once in a year, sorry, once in your lifetime. Okay. I miss snow. It's been a long since it snows in Germany. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these days I feel like it snowed a lot, in Korea as well. So last year we had many snow during the winter time. Okay. What is the biggest differences between the Busan and Seoul? Oh, very good question. So Seoul is being the capital of the Korea. So it has many things. Something, I don't know, food, cultural activities, place to visit. All the like things are in Seoul. So if you, how can I put it? So if you wanna like, if you never been in Korea before, then Seoul would be good start. So Seoul being a capital city and has everything inside and very huge and with with many people. Busan is very unique, I would say. The people in Busan is amazing, very active. I feel like they are fighting, but they are talking each other and having a like a, nearby the like oceans, another good point. And also, what else? The direct is very also interesting. So I would say, and of course, Busan is second largest city in Korea, so it has also everything inside. So I would say if you are being in Korea for the first time, Seoul would be on good option, a good option. Or if you've been in Korea before and if you wanna have a kind of unique or a little bit different experiences, Busan would be a good option. So that would be my suggestion. So big differences would be the people over there and the language, the dialect people using. So that's the two different things I would say. And the other is pretty similar in terms of the city itself. Is two are very big cities and has everything inside. And Busan also have the oceans nearby, so you can go there like from time to time. Very good views, activities during the summertime. Good. Hi, I have a question. Why can we work after 6 months? Uh, with the default visa, which is the language course visa, you are able to work after the 6 months. So, for example, first the 6 months with the default visa, you cannot work. But after the first 6 months, so the other 6 months, you can work. So, but of course, in order to work, you need to get a job, and then you get to the some kind of documents work done, and then you can officially start working. Okay, so you might have like a different information or wrong information. So after the first 6 months, you cannot work under the default visa. The other after the 6 months, the other 6 months you can work. Okay. What schools does Gogo Hanguk help connect with? So we have schools in Seoul, Busan, and Daegu. So, for example, in Seoul, we do have like schools, like Kongung University, Hanyang University, and Kongung Hanyang, Dongle University. And also, we do have also like a private school called Lexis Korea. So if you cannot really study long term, Lexis Korea would be a option for you. Do you think a city or countryside school would be better to study in? I mean, that's totally up to you where you are going to study. But as I said, first thing, the schools, the partner with us is all in the city. If you are thinking about going to really the out of the city, there are of course schools, many schools, but being in those area has less I would say less things to do, I would say, and also uh, the transportation is also not like friendly in a way. But in the meantime, the good thing about the out of the city, you can really like interact with real like Korean people, so that you you'll be like forced to keep saying, keep studying, or keep using the Korean to survive. So you might be able to improve your Korean skill quite faster. But of course, in that sense, you need to be proactive to reach out to the Korean people and asking even small things, so that you can improve your Korean skill fast. So that's kind of things that being out of the city. Is Dongguk University only university that gives certificate? Does Hanyang do it as well? I mean, yes. Like once you finish your your schools, once you finish your classes, all the schools will give you the certificate. With the level, if you complete the level 3 or level 2, those information will be there. So every school will give you the certificate. Okay. Can I apply for citizenship while being a student in Korea? I would say it's very challenging. Getting a citizenship or getting the what I call it, permanent residence in Korea, there are many like a huge condition, like big conditions with the many lists. So it's gonna be, I'm not saying it's not possible, but the criteria is very demanding. So you need to get into the information first, and then you might be able to apply for it while you are studying or while you are working. Uh, what I know is that compared to any other countries, being a citizenship in Korea, being a like a permanent residence in Korea, very hard. Okay. Show us the lovely view outside. Outside, I will do that after because I want to focus on the answering your questions. Okay. I guess I missed many questions in Instagram. I don't know, it's not working properly today. Thanks for joining live streaming with us, Gogo Hanguk, and this is Eddy from South Korea. Today is June 30, last day of the June already, and I do normally live streaming at the end of the last week Thursday of each month. So today is the last Thursday of the June. So I do the live streaming, and by any chance, if I miss any of your questions, sorry about it. But you can just like email us at info@gogohanguk.com, or you can you can use our contact form, which is the best way to reach us to ask us anything about the studying Korean in Korea. Oh my God. Hi, I have a question. Is it the price the same morning class or afternoon class? Morning and afternoon. So for example, Hanyang University has like morning and afternoon classes. So the price is same. Okay. Can you advise us some universities propose Korean language programs? I mean, all our partner schools are operating or providing Korean language program. Okay, so as I said, we have schools in Seoul and Busan and Daegu. So please go to our website and checking which one would be suitable for you. Can you attend the university normally as a foreigners? Yes. Yes. Yes, you can. Can I come back to Korea as a language student or as a tourist the same year if I used the tourist visa? Oh, yes, I would say so because I'm not because tourist visa is temporary visa. Allow you to stay Korea normally less than 90 days. So let's say, for example, you come to the Korea and then stay one time as a tourist visa, less than 90 days, and then go back to your country and come back to Korea, totally possible. Of course, depending on like for example, if you want to study Korean through us for over 6 months, then you should have like your student visa. But when you come, if you want to come back to another like a visitor visa, that's totally fine. Is it easy to get admission in a university in Korea for undergraduate? I mean, it's gonna be depending on what your background as well as what school asks for to you to register the major. Easy? I'm not sure, but if you wanna, let's say for example, if you wanna go to like doctors, if you wanna go to like a medical university, medical major, then university requires a lot of things to you. So it's gonna be what you have been done. Secondly, what kind of major you wanna go and which school you wanna go. So three different things. Based on the things, it could be easier, it could be a little bit difficult, I would say. Why do I need to have at least 1,000 in my bank account. I would say 10,000, I guess. Why do I have to have at least 10,000 US dollar or in my bank account? I say US dollar because our government asks for the money in your bank. Reason is very simple, As a student, you need to provide all the things by yourself. So our government won't check if you have enough money, at least surviving 6 months or above with the student visa. So basically not working. So that's why, not just us, but also overall, all the schools will ask for the 10,000 US dollar in your bank when you apply for the Korean language program through us or without us. And every school, as I said. When is the exam for the September term in Hanguk? I would say the first day of the university, first day of the Hanguk University. Of course, I might be wrong, but you will have the level test on a first day at the school. Our coordinator will tell you when is gonna be the test. So please ask your coordinator so they can give you the proper information about it. I don't really remember right now. I'm going to study Korean in November, and I plan to do the 6th level. Wow. I understand that after the 6 months, they allow you to work as a student. Could you tell me what kind of jobs they are? So it's gonna be so there are some things that you can do, some things that you cannot do. It's more likely the kind of basic job. I cannot really remember what the list are, but it's gonna be simple job. And then also you need to get approval from the university and also the immigration. Okay, so there are certain things that you guys can do. I don't really remember for that. So please let us know, ask us by using our contact form so that we can give you more information about it. Sorry about it. If I have a remote work, can I apply? You mean apply for the Korean language program as well as working at the same time? That's kind of a tricky question because, for example, if you are studying in Korea with a student visa, in the meantime, your remote work is from your country, then technically it's possible, However, being a student in Korea as a language course, you need to study. There are a lot of things to do. So you need to have like good balance in between your studying in Korea and also your remote work in your remote work of your country. So technically it's possible. I think I might miss many questions. Let me try to get it. Will you be accepting January or February applications next year in 2023? Yes. First of all, the Korean programs normally has like 4 terms in a year. So March, June, and September and December, which means we don't really have the course in January or February, but the March, June, September, and December. So for example, if we are accepting March 2023, yes, if you have any questions about the March or June term of next year, feel free to contact us. Now, however, let's say, for example, next September or December is a little bit like a far away from now. So I will say hold on for now and come back to us maybe at the end of this year for the September and December applications for the next year. But if you are planning to, let's say March of 2023, totally possible. And as I said, normally we ask you to contact us at least 6 months ahead. So then you can have a lot of time for the applications, plan for your accommodations or the visa processing, everything. Okay, so at least contact us 6 months ahead. But as I said from the beginning, we are still accepting the September of this year right now for the registration. So if you want to come to Korea in September of this year, let us know right now. You have chance. Okay. What is the best way to learn Korean? Just by self-taught or do online classes? I would say everything. Just do it. That's the best. That's the first step. Studying by yourself or using our online course or YouTube. There are many like free platforms or free videos. So I want you to start. And secondly, what you need to do, keep studying. Which is very hard. As I always said, you need to start first and then you need to keep studying. Even in Korea as well, studying Korean in Korea, you go to the school, and after the school, you need to keep practicing it, so that you can really improve your Korean skill. Learning new language, as I always say, is very difficult. You need to dedicate a lot of time, long time. Okay. Do you know if the class intensity is significantly different between the Hanyang University and Gonggung University? Is it possible to ask for more work from Hanyang University teachers to improve faster? First of all, Hanyang University and Gonggung University are very good schools, and both of the schools are very intense, I would say. So I cannot really tell which is more intense, which is not. But I would say Gonggung University is a little bit like intense in a way, but Hanyang University is also intense. However, Hanyang University has like a good combination for all the aspect. Gonggung University slightly how can I say, letting you have you study more about the like a speaking or kind of those like a speaking area or speaking and listening area. So in terms of intensity, those are pretty similar intensity, having those like Hanyang University and Gonggung University having a pretty similar intensity. However, Hanyang University is good combination in between the reading, writing, speaking, this and that, and then Gonggung University is more likely trying to improve your like a speaking or listening class better. That's what I can tell. Can you get into on university depending mostly on the other documents like a personal letter, experiences relate to the major and recommendation from your teacher if you have a low GPA? First of all, we as a Gogo Hangul, we only help you to sign up for the Korean language program. So in terms of the major, I cannot really give you the answer. But I can tell you is that it's gonna be based on your major, what you want to study in Korea, based on your major, and also based on the school. School will ask for many things, so please check out the schools that you want to go in Korea, and also the major you want to achieve in Korea, and then you can prepare it. Sorry about it. How long I have to book my inscription to Lexis school? So I might how long I have to book my inscription to Lexis Korea? So first thing, the Lexis Korea is a private school. So beauty of the being a student in the Lexis Korea is you can study only 1 week. That's totally possible. And then over the week, like 12 weeks or 24 weeks. Lexis Korea is a private school, so they cannot really issue the student visa. So you can study with the single visitor visa. You can study up to 12 weeks, I would say. So from the first, only 1 week is possible, and then up to 12 weeks at once. So that's what I can tell. And the Lexis Korea is private schools, meaning that the application is quite relatively easy. So let us know when you want to study and how long you want to study. And based on that, we can tell you, we can help you to prepare this. Okay. Uh, okay, good. How often can you use the 90 days tourist visa? There is not really like rules how often you can use. You can use whenever and how many times, totally up to you. But uh, the immigration, let's say for example, you come to you use the tourist visa and then come to Korea, and then the official at the airport can say you cannot enter. So there is not really rule how often you can use it. But the if you are using, legally fine, then the Korea will welcome you every time. But if not, if there is a if the official think about, oh, you are going to use the tourist visa in a way wrong, then they can still say no, you cannot enter this time. So there is not really rule. If you to be make sure, you can check out the Korean embassy in your country. You can double check with them. That's what I can tell you. Is it possible to attend the interview for Korean companies from our home countries? Maybe. Could be yes and no. You can ask the company uh, if it is possible or not. I would say many country would do the interview, with using the Zoom or Google Meet. In the sense, yes, I would say so, but I'm not sure about it. Okay, I think I catch up the old questions in the Instagram. Let me double check. In the meantime, do I have to send my school certificate to the university I choose to learn? I choose to let them know that I have finished the school or graduated. First thing, some of the university will ask you to send the certificate by post. Yes. So some of the schools will ask for the physical documents by post. Or some of the schools is okay with the like PDF, the copy from the for the registration. Okay. Would it be useful to pass topic 1 or 2 before sign up for the university? If you are asking for the major, I would say yes. But if you think asking for the Korean language program, not at all. Okay. Let me answer you guys fast so that I can cover all the questions. I believe I still like missing many questions. I'm planning on doing the 10 weeks course this fall and go to the Korea next year for the rest of the course. Do I have to start over when I apply? Yes. So, for example, if you register this, let's say September, and then you finished it, and then coming back next time, and do you need to prepare all the things once again? Yes, you need to prepare everything once again. Is there a degree that okay, I don't think I can have answer for that. There are many questions about the degree seeking course or getting to the major. Once again, we as a Gogo Hangul, we cannot really give that information. So I want you to check the major or schools you are, you think about getting into the university, the Korean university, getting into. So you need to contact them directly. Sorry about it. I think I missed many questions. What are the travel restrictions for South Korea? I mean, these days, with even the COVID, there are not really like restrictions. I mean, based on what you wanna, how long you wanna stay, and based on what you wanna do in South Korea, you should like apply for visa, or you can just come to the Korea with the K-ETA, which is like visiting visa. Okay, that's done. Please, any information about the Korean language programs about the Gongong University. And as I said, Gongong University is one of the good schools in South Korea. So, I mean, just like email us at info@gogonghanguk.com, or using our contact form, which is always best way. And then based on that, we can give you the details of the Korean course at Gongong University and what to prepare based on how long you want to study at the Gongong University. As I said, Gongong University is like a quite intense schools, and then they try to teach you more about the speaking and listening part. That's what I can tell. What else? Yeah, that's what I can tell. And Gongong University has like a beautiful like dormitory in a campus, so you can also take advantage being in dormitory with the Gongong University. What is the value of the university certificate? Is it similar to the topic research? I would say yes. Korean language program certificate from the Korean language program is pretty similar to the topics research, but it doesn't mean that like you might be able to use it to some like admission or credit or not. It's more likely, as you said, it's more like a topic research. So you can show them I reached a certain level in this university or then university, so that you can prove yourself you studied and you have certain skills, certain Korean skills. Okay. Can we work and study on a visa? Yes, as I said, once you register the like Korean language program, you will be able to get a default visa, and then default visa. First 6 months you cannot work. However, the other following months or following 6 months and so on, you are able to work. But in order to work, there are certain like criteria. For example, you should study hard, like certain scores in your class, and then you need to have like certain attendance rate. And then school say you can work. In the meantime, there is limit. For example, sometimes the school say you can work sometimes up to 10 hours per week or 20 hours per week. So based on that, you can work. So my answer, can we work and study on a visa? Yes. However, there are some conditions, okay, and paperwork as well. Is there any 1 year long program available for Korean languages? Yes. As I said, the Korean language program is like 4 terms. And then you can study 1 term, which is like 3 months, about 3 months. And also you can study 1 year up to 2 years. So that's why I'm asking you guys to let us know how long you want to study. So maximum is like 2 years at once with the default student visa. So 1 year long program, yes, possible. Can you please write for us your contact email? Once again, the best way to contact us is like using our contact form. If not, info@gogohanguk.com would be our contact email. Can I get scholarship? Mostly no. First thing, Korean language program doesn't really have the scholarship. However, some school will give you kind of small money if you are good at school. For example, Dongle University has like a kind of scholarship system. So once you are in the first place of your level or of your classes, they will give you small money. Or if you are like a 100% attendance rate, then they will give you something. If you improve a lot during the term, then they will give you something. But all this kind of condition is after you sign up. So when you sign up, there is not really scholarship system in Korean language program. Okay, good question. Please tell us about work culture in South Korea. I mean, I believe like you will see many like work culture in Asia or in South Korea, in Japan, the work culture many with many like a YouTube video or blog articles. Many things are changing these days. However, still the work culture in Korea is a little bit different from your country, I would say. There are high, a lot of like huge hours for working. In the meantime, the culture itself, I would say you will work with like many Koreans. Then the more Koreans, more culture, which means very intense culture. So my recommendation is to go to the YouTube channel or searching for like Google like a work culture in Korea, and then you will encounter many things. I mean, it's same thing. When I go to the another country, you will meet the another culture. You need to adjust yourself to the culture. You cannot change the culture. So you are either staying with the culture or leave. Oh, very good question. Is it difficult to rent an apartment or room as a foreign student? Uh, yes, I would say especially renting an apartment or room for short term is not easy because as a Korean, when we look for the rent or apartment, normally two kind of difficult things as a foreigners. First thing is normally it's like 1 year. Average the contract is 2 years. So that's the first thing. Difficult thing. Second thing is high deposit. Sometimes, not sometimes, more. In many cases, the deposit, the owner will ask for the deposit for 10,000 US dollar, something like that. However, there are also some rooms that you can rent for a short period of time with less deposit, which means so deposit is something like this. So if you have like less deposit, means like a higher rent fee. So in general, it's not easy, but it's possible for the short term and then less deposit, meaning that you need to pay the high rent fee. Okay, as a foreigner. That's like a kind of simple or good summary for the system. Oh, good question. How long it would take to reach level 4 in Korean language with your school, I would say. So uh, technically, you can reach level 4 in a year. For example, if you started from the level 1, and then level 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 terms is 1 year technically. So 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So technically, you are able to reach level 4 in a year. However, level up each time is not easy. I've seen many people repeating in the same level, sometimes 2 or 3 times. So you need to study. That's why I'm saying that you need to study very hard in order to level up, and then reaching the level 4. So if you are a good student, then you can reach the level 4 in a year. Cool. How how is decided to class schedule for the language program? Is it in the morning, afternoon for the whole term, or can it change? So normally, most of the school will have the morning class, and being morning means like morning. Not every university is the same. For example, one university is starting the morning class at 9 a.m. or some university starting the morning class or 9:30 or 10 a.m. being a morning. And then some university has like afternoon class starting from normally 2 p.m. But once you choose the morning or afternoon, for the one term, you will stay in the same hour. You cannot really, you hardly change the hours. Okay, so that would be my answer. So the starting time is a little bit different, but once you decide either morning or afternoon, you cannot changing during the term. Okay. 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 Can I know the cost? Uh, Frequently asked question. So what I can tell you is that please check our website. There are information of the fee because each school is slightly different. So the schools in Seoul being a little bit expensive, schools in Busan and Daegu is a little bit like cheaper than Seoul. And in terms of the tuition, normally I would say average normally is like 1,500, 1,500 US dollar per term, only for the tuition. And then you can sum up the other things like accommodations, living cost, for the like SIM card, transportation, food, this and that. So it's normally based on your spending habit. So I normally give you like an example for only for the school and accommodation. So school for 3 months is about 1,500 US dollar. Accommodation as well. I give you 1,500 US dollar per for 3 months. 3 months. So sum up studying and the accommodation, uh, normally 3,000 US dollar for 3 months. And then the other thing is based on your spending habit, shopping, food, transportation, SIM card, etc., etc. is based on your spending habit. Will the university send me back my school certificate after they have finished reviewing them? You can ask for it. You can ask for it, and then they can give you the original documents to you. Yes, so that's possible, and you need to ask to the school or through us. Okay. Thanks for the good questions, by the way. Wow, many questions. But all the questions is pretty similar about the work and about the scholarship. Okay, this is frequently asked questions. Please respond to me why Algeria is not allowed to apply in your site. Answer is very simple. We are still small country, a small company. So there are some countries that we can support. There are some countries we cannot support right now. So Algeria would be one of the countries that we cannot support right now. Not just only Algeria, but also there are many countries globally that we can support, we cannot support. But we are going to do our best to support Algeria at some point or the other countries. So short on our hands. That's why we cannot cover all the countries. Sorry about it, but we will do our best to expand our service into another country. So sorry about it. For now, you can just like ask, contact the school directly, and then ask some questions about the course, about the classes, about the price, everything. So for now, RJ is not one of them. Sorry about it. You get to choose morning or afternoon classes. For example, Hanyang University, yes, you can. You can. It's not. If you like apply fast, then you will be able to go to the morning class, because morning class for the first time has less option. I mean, like less numbers. How can I say? Uh, you can. You, for example, Hanyang University has morning and afternoon class. When you registered first, they will assign you afternoon class. But for example, if you really want to go to the like morning class, then this is like first come first served. So if you want to go to Hanyang University for the morning class, you need to send everything very fast, so that you will get the morning class. And then other than that, everyone will be everyone will be like placed in the afternoon classes. Oh, what accommodation options do we have for the student who go for more than 6 months? So accommodation, we also help you to find the accommodation, and accommodation has normally has like four options with through us. Dormitory, if the school has dormitory, and share house, if you want to stay with the share house with or without people, and Goshuang mini studio, and also homestay if you want to be in the with the Korean family. So normally they have four options. Each one of them has like pros and cons. So based on that, based on your preference, we can also help you to find the either dormitory, sign up for the dormitory, a share house, Goshuan mini studio, or homestay. So let us know what you want, and we will guide you. Do you know if there are clubs to meet students from the some majors? For example, meet and work with the IT student. That's very. I'm not sure about it, because, let's say, for example, as a being a language student, you may not be able to join the clubs, the student clubs. So depending on the schools, you are able to join the clubs or not. So let us know what you want and which school you will go, and then based on that we can help you. We can give you the information. Unfortunately, many schools, if you are under the language program, not many schools allow you to like join the student club. I'm afraid. Oh, it's already 9 a.m. Let me get some of the questions. So if I miss any of your questions, please like let us know by email info@gogohanguk.com, or as I always say, the best way to contact us or ask us to using our contact form. Where is the contact form? Is in our bio. When you go to our SNS, there are bio with the special link. When you click it, there are the contact form, online course, this and that. Okay, so please using our contact form, which is the best way. I would say this would be our last question. What qualifications do we need to apply? Two qualifications for the register for registering Korean language program. First one, being over 18 years old. Secondly, having a high school or higher certificate. So you need to at least finish your high school. So only two conditions in order to get into the language program: being over 18 years old and finishing your high school or relevant high school degree kind of things. Okay. All right. Let me see if there's anything else that I can answer you guys. I think for this time I missed many questions from the Instagram. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. Since I graduate from the high school next year in May, what do you think will be the perfect time to sign up to study? So if you finish May, the best option for you would be like a coming September of next year. So then you can provide the certificate. As I said, the two like conditions in order to get into the Korean language program is being over 18 years old and having a high school degree. Having a high school degree means you need to provide a certificate to the university. So you need to provide the two things. So the best ways you finish in May in high school and then September of 2023 would be the best way. However, I want you to at least contact us 6 months ahead, minimum 6 months ahead, which means so September application will start June-ish time. Then I want you to contact us, early next year, so that you can get all the information. I don't really like recommend you to contact us like let's say 1 year ahead, just because there could be many things happening in your life. So of course we can keep supporting you. However, nothing, something will happen in the middle of the process. So that's why I normally ask you to contact us best in a way, 6 months ahead. Okay. Uh, what about Gonggung universities choosing morning? So they are the same classes morning and afternoon. For now, my answer is very simple because Kongguk University for now having only AM class, the morning class. Kongguk used to have like an AM PM class like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but not right now. They have only morning class, so you don't really have any options. Just choosing one class, which will be the morning class. For now, I remember only Hanyang University has AM PM class. Dongle University also same, only morning class. Yeongnam University, Silla University, or I believe, or morning class. All right. Okay. Good morning. What other courses can we do other than the Korean language courses? Sorry, we only support the Korean language program. Either like online, recently as you be in our like social media, we just launched our Dongle course, Talk Korean Part 2. So you can also join our online course, like from the Donggong University, Hanyang University online. And beauty of our program, is like once you're finished successfully, then you will get the like official certificate. For example, you finish part 1 and 2 from the Donggong University, and then coming to Donggong University in person, you are able to start from the level 2 right away. So that's the beauty of our program, getting the official certificate, and then you can start from the level 2 at Hanyang University and Donggong University. I don't think any other like online course cannot any other online course cannot provide those kind of special things. Only our program. What is the cheapest housing solution? Sharing a room, sharing dorm room with other students? Yes. Yes. So sharing with others, for example, sharing with others at the dormitory or share house would be cheapest option. And then in terms of deposit, dormitory doesn't really require ask for the deposit, so that would be the best option. That would be pros of the like dormitory, but cons itself would be, although you guys are adults, the dormitory in the university has still curfew, which means the university will shut the front door, normally midnight, and then reopening like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., meaning that you cannot get in to the dormitory in between the midnight and 5 or 6 a.m. You cannot get in there. So that's kind of cons. So each accommodation has pros and cons. Cheaper option having a, like a curfew, sharing with others, this and that, or too small, those things. So based on your plan, based on your budget, we can help you to find the perfect options. Okay. All right, I guess that's all about today. Thank you so much for joining today. And as I said, we do every month to do this live streaming, on YouTube as well as Instagram. And so if you can reach, if I miss anything about your classes, sorry, if I miss anything about uh, your questions, feel free to let me know by contact form or by using our contact form using our info@gogohanguk.com, and then we will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm surprised because you know my name, my Korean name, Yonghan. How could you know that? So I was like murmuring, sewing the shit, checking that. Oh my god. Yeah, my Korean name is Yonghan, but my English name is Eddy. So that's why I kind of like surprised. Oh, how did you know that? Oh my god. 감사합니다. I'm website. Okay. Yeah, but still it's like in English. Yeah, but like that is the perfect way. Anyway, thanks for that. Thank you so much, and be safe. It's still raining outside, and I hope you guys have a great day, great night, and hope you see you soon next month. Every last week Thursday. Cool. Thank you so much. Bye bye YouTube. It's over 1 hour. Oh my god, time flies. Okay. Bye bye YouTube. Okay.